back to my channel. Today I have for you the 6th update of the 12 Pans of Christmas project. That means that it's been 12 weeks since I started this project. I can't believe it. And there are still 4 more weeks to go. We're in the home stretch. But basically, if you've never seen one of these videos, basically what I did was back in September I chose 12 items that I wanted to pan or use up by December 25th, and every 2 weeks I've been going through and showing you the progress of each of those items. So without further ado, I'm going to get into the progress of the last 2 weeks, and I'm pretty happy with how the past 2 weeks went. So as usual, I'm going to talk about the items that I've finished up first, and then I'll go through the things that I haven't finished yet and show you their progress. I'm not going to talk about what I thought about the items just because it is, as I said, the 6th update. So if you want to know what I thought about them, you can go and watch the other updates where I talk about how I felt about them. But for right now, I'm not actually going to explain them just because I feel like I'd be repeating myself way too much. But as of this morning, I have finished up 3 Bath & Body Works pocket bags. I actually finished up the one that's called One Hot Mom. I finished it today. And then I also have used up Pink Crazy Daisy and Creamy Pumpkin. So 3 out of the 4 pocket bags have been finished. I finished up pretty much about a third of my NYX Stay Matte But Not Flat foundation. My original goal was to finish up a half, but it's just too dark to even mix with anything right now. So this one is, I'm calling it done for the project. I also finished up my 100 soft cotton cleansing pads from Big Lots. These are in conjunction with another product, which I'll show later. But yeah, I finished up these pretty quickly. I think I finished them up within the first update or 2. I finished up my travel size of the Urban Decay Deslick makeup setting spray. I finished up an entire baby lips in Pink Punch. This is just a little applicator. And lastly, I finished up one of my lotions, which was the Jergens BB Body Perfecting Cream, and as you can see, it is all empty. And now, onto the reason that you're all probably watching this video, the items that I have not yet finished. I will go through the progress. So I'll start off with my lotions because that's what I typically talk about first. So first off, we have the Aveeno Daily Moisturizing Lotion. This is just a hand lotion that I will bring with me to work and use there. So as you can see, I've actually made a decent amount of progress just because, if you didn't know, this past week was Thanksgiving, so I wasn't at work, and so I didn't really have as much opportunity to use this. So I'm actually pretty happy with that progress. So yeah, that's my Aveeno lotion. The next lotion that I have is the Bath & Body Works Pumpkin Pecan Waffles lotion, and I am very close to finishing this up. So if you remember from my first or second update, when I got really close to finishing the Jergens BB cream, I was sort of having to push into the product to get it out. I couldn't really fold it over and show progress anymore, and that's where I am on this now. So the line that's here is from the last update, and I can't really push it farther down without it either going up or it squirting out when I take the cap off. So this is at a really good point. I think if I were to really focus on this for the next 2 weeks, this would definitely be gone by the next update. So I'm really excited about that. And the final lotion that I have in this project is the Bath & Body Works Honeycrisp Apple and Buttered Rum Orchard Lotion. And so it's a little bit higher on the top here, but I'll show you the progress. So yeah, this is where I am. Like I said, it's a little bit higher on the sides, but when you look inside, I'm sure if I turn it this way and a little bit down, it kind of dips in. There's some residual amount on the top. But yeah, so I actually got some pretty good use out of this over the past 2 weeks. It probably had something to do with the fact that I was home and I could use it on my legs and I wasn't super tired from work. So like I said, I got some good use out of this lotion. I don't think I'll be finishing this by the end of the project, but if I get half of it done, I think I'll be pretty proud of myself. I'm just not the best at being proactive about putting lotion on, but I know when I do set my mind to it, I can do pretty well, so I'm gonna try and really focus on putting this on for the next 2 weeks, and we'll see how I do. Next, I'm going to talk about the remaining lip balm in the project, which is my e.l.f. Tinted Lip Balm in Grapefruit. There's no writing on this, but believe me, it's from e.l.f. And this is just the lip balm that I will use after I've used a hand sanitizer and before I put on like my moisturizer. And I just put it on so that by the time that I am ready to put on a lipstick, my lips are nice and hydrated. So I'll show you the progress. So from what I can see in my viewfinder, I don't think that you can see it, but when I hold this up to the light, you can actually see basically there's like this little button on the back, and when you hold it up to the light now, I used to not be able to see that button, but I could see light through it, and now you can actually see the outline of the button. So that to me is really good progress. I am very excited with how this is going. Again, I don't think this is one that I can finish by the end of the project, but if I can hit pan or jar or whatever you want to call it, I will be very, very excited. Speaking of hand sanitizers, I will talk about the one remaining Bath & Body Works pocket bag that I have. So this is in Winter Candy Apple, and originally in the project I wanted to use up 2 out of the 4 that I gave myself as a goal. And then I finished up the 2 and I was like, I have more time than I thought, so I'm going to try and finish up 3 out of the 4. And now it's pretty much a matter of I'm going to finish up all 4 of them, so that's really exciting. So yeah, not as much progress as I would have liked for the past 2 weeks. I feel like my usual amount of progress is from like here to here, but as you can see, it's only this much. I was kind of hoping to have this finished by this update, but I know that this will be finished by next update. And I'm really excited to have all of these pocket bags being used up. Like, you know, sometimes it's really hard to use them up. I know some of my subscribers have been talking about like, you know, you're actually getting me to use them up, and that's really exciting for me to know that I'm inspiring someone to do that, but I definitely have been guilty of like letting them sit. Like, this is definitely an older one for me too, so I know it can be sort of difficult, but I mean, if you just find one way that you can use it and like make it a habit, it's really easy to use these up. So I'm pretty excited about all these pocket bags being used up. Next, I'll talk about the foundation in this project, and that is my Garnier BB cream. Originally what I was doing was I put these two together and I was mixing them in the beginning of September. And then it became too dark to mix the two of them together as I started to lose my tan. So I started mixing them in with my Revlon Color Stay and mixing one every other day. And as I said before, this is now too dark to mix in with anything because I've just completely lost my tan. So this I called quits probably the end of October. And now what I've been doing is I've been mixing in my Garnier BB cream and my Revlon Color Stay because this is a tad too dark. So, you know, the two of them together have the right amount of coverage and the right skin tone match. But in any case, I will show you the progress of this item. So as you can hopefully see, last time I just marked here, and what I've decided to do is I'm going to mark basically where it comes up to. Because this tends to dip in the middle, I thought that I would mark the edges and where it comes down to the most on the sides, and then I'd also mark up at the top so you can kind of get an idea of where the product is sitting, which as you can see by the lines that I've made, that's kind of why I didn't mark it in the first place. But now we can actually see some legitimate progress. So I'm up to here now. This has probably moved, you know, the same amount from here to here. But yeah, I've still been really enjoying using this. It's really nice and it's lightweight, and it, you know, it helps thin this out a little bit because this can be a little bit thick. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the progress. The original plan for both of the foundations that I've mentioned is to use up 50% of them, and I'm pretty sure that I've met that goal, so now it's just a race to see how much of this I can finish up. But yeah, that's the progress on my BB cream. So next I'll talk about all of my cleansing products in the project. The first one I'll talk about is the Simple Micellar Cleansing Water and my second pack of the Big Lots Premium Cotton Pads. Well, the second pack of just cotton pads. The original plan for this was to use up the Simple Micellar Cleansing Water with the original pack of the Big Lots pads. And then what I did was I used those up too quickly, trying to use this up quickly. So I had to go out and get another set, and I chose to get the premium ones because I thought, oh, maybe those will be better. Again, I've said this before, don't buy Big Lots cotton pads. But in any case, I think the last time that I had an update, I was probably halfway through the pack, so I have now used like 2/3 of the pack, so that's pretty good. These are definitely on their way out just because I use pretty much 2 at a time. I'm probably gonna have to slow down on these again. And then as for the Simple Micellar Cleansing Water, as of the past couple of weeks, it's definitely been a lot more consistent in terms of progress. I'm still not finished with it, so I'm not super happy. I really thought that I was going to be able to get through this in the past 2 weeks, but I didn't. I still made decent progress, but I didn't finish it. If I look at where the progress has been in terms of consistency, I'm thinking I could really, if I, again, sort of like with the lotion, if I really just make a point to use this, like make sure that I'm using makeup every single day, this would definitely be gone by the next update. It's really close to being finished. There's like 1/8 of the product left. So that's really exciting. These two are definitely going to be finished by the 25th. So next I have probably one of the most annoying products in this project just because it never seems to show progress, and that is my oil-free acne wash from Neutrogena, which is a microbead scrub. And the reason why this is so annoying is that, as I explained in my last update, basically as this has gotten, wider in both directions, basically there's just more surface area, so the progress is less and less. And I mean, I use this like every other day, every 3 days, but it's a scrub, so you don't use a huge amount, so it's kind of hard to show progress on this. So I'm sure you can see, like, it's a little bit lower, but at least when I was looking at this before, it didn't look like there was any progress, even though, again, I use this, like, every 3 days, like, every 2 days. It's so annoying. But I seem to recall from other times, I've had this product, like, 2 or 3 times before, and I do remember it going a lot slower when it got down to this point. So again, you guys are just gonna have to trust me when I say that I am using it and that there is progress. It's just not visible yet. So I'm hoping next update I will have a lot of progress to show, like there will be a much bigger gap between where the product is and the line is, but I can't promise anything. So that's my microbead scrub. Next up I have my Glam Glow Super Mud, which is in the white container. And this is just one of those clay masks that does a really awesome job of pulling all of the crap out of your skin. And so last time I decided to scoop all of the product down to one side just so that it's easier to see progress. And I believe I used this twice in the past 2 weeks. If not, I used it at least once, I know that, but there should definitely be progress. I'm going to have a clip showing last updates footage, so hopefully you guys will be able to see some progress. Like I say with all of the jar items, I usually can't tell myself until I look at the footage, so let's hope that there's some visual progress on that. And the last item that I have in the project is my Ultra Gentle Daily Cleanser from Neutrogena, which is my brush cleanser. And as I've explained before, I will take this bottle and I will pump 3/4 of it full of the product and then just use this because it's a lot more controlled, trying to get the product out. So I did a bad thing and I did not wash my brushes in the past 2 weeks. I meant to do it earlier this week and it just didn't happen. So unfortunately, I don't have any progress to show. I mean, I do have the lines, and that's a pretty typical amount. I am planning to wash my brushes right after I film this video, like in the next 15 minutes pretty much. I'm disappointed in myself just because I know I only have so much longer. But yeah, that is the non-progress of my brush cleanser. So that is the 12 Pans of Christmas project update number 6. I cannot believe that there is only a month left in this project. Like, some of these items I'm kind of nervous for. Some of them I'm like, okay, I'm okay. But others I'm like, calm down, you'll do it, you'll get through this. And that's kind of what I feel like we all have to tell each other is like, we're doing this, like, we got this. But in any case, thank you so much for watching, especially if you made it this far. And let me know down below if you are panning anything, if you're participating in any of these seasonal challenges. I know that there's Finish 6 by Christmas as well. And give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye! Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I have for you the 6th installment of the 12 Pans of Christmas, or the 6th. I finished up the Urban Decay Deslick mattifying set. I can't talk. And we are now in the 6th. And that is the 6th update of the 12 cans, yes. The Bath & Body Works Pumpkin Pecan Waffles Nourishing Hand Cream. And I... yeah, time that. I can't talk. I mean, I'm still using it, as you will see that there is actually progress. So, I don't know what I'm saying. I cannot believe that there's only a month left of this oh my god, I can't talk!